cannot figure this phone out. I've had it for over a year and I can't even get a dial tone on it. Piece of junk. What do you say today, instead of just looking at an album or a CD or some other piece of merchandise, why don't we do a full Beach Boys tour? I have Beach Boys stuff in every room of my house except the guest bathroom and the laundry room. And I thought today, take you through all of it, we'll talk about it, we'll have a really good time with it. So I am rocking, of course, some of the Winter 2022 line. What better way to start off spring than with the stuff you maybe didn't have the opportunity to wear last winter. Now I figured I'd start up here because it's where I do most of my videos, and if you've ever looked behind me, here we come, you can clearly see these Beach Boys photographs. They are designed to look like Polaroids. They are not Polaroids, of course. They are from the 50 Big Ones CD set. 50 Big Ones came out in 2012, featuring, of course, 50 different Beach Boys songs to celebrate their, you guessed it, 50th anniversary. And the cool thing about 50 Big Ones, not only is it 2 CDs, but you get a nice booklet with it, full of photos, and information about the songs, but you also got those photographs as a bonus. 50 Big Ones will be the penultimate episode of the Greatest Hits Retrospective. I've had a lot of fun on the Greatest Hits Retrospective, making all those videos and talking about all these classic albums and famous songs and stuff, and some of the more bizarre choices that the group makes as well, but looking forward to this one. I'll be sad when the series ends, but it'll be fun to talk about this one as well. One of the rarest pieces of my collection. We must go up this time. This used to hang at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they sold it. There's an antique mall in Medina, Ohio that sells Rock and Roll Hall of Fame signs and pictures and memorabilia that the museum either no longer wants or can no longer use. I bought that there several years ago, just before COVID hit. And I really like it. It's one of a kind. It's actually on foam, interestingly enough, as opposed to cardboard. Really cool thing, kind of one of a kind. That picture I've seen before, photographed by famous Ohio photographer George Shuba. His name is up there in the corner. I've seen some of his photography displays. I was at the Arts Festival in Youngstown, Ohio last summer, and they had a big display for his sports photography. Very interesting. And another interesting piece I have hanging up there. Autographed lanyard by Mike and Bruce. I have met all of the surviving Beach Boys except Ricky Fattar at least once, and I've had conversations with all of them except for Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson did shake my hand and he did say hello, but he didn't really want to talk. But I always try to show off some of my signed stuff. I have autographs from everybody, but I know some of them, like a lot of Al Jardine stuff. This postcard from California. Like, I know that's a stamp. You know, yeah, maybe he stamped it, or one of the attendants stamped it, but it's still cool to have. Or I know Brian Wilson, a lot of his stuff is stamped. This was in the VIP goodie box for last summer. I have a video on that. But pretty cool stuff. And sometimes you can get the Beach Boys to sign, usually Mike and Bruce, to sign weird things. My Wild Honey 8-track. Not the only signed 8-track that I have from the group, but probably my favorite, because can't go wrong with Wild Honey. But there's plenty more to see. Come on, let's go. Let's start downstairs. All the albums run right about there. And last but not least, the official Beach Boys Flipflops. Hope you enjoyed the... Oh, shit.